Hey guys! Welcome to the Metaverse on Couch YouTube channel. I'm excited to announce that Stella Fantasy, a new anime-style MMORPG on the BSC chain network, was launched to the public on April 13th. And the best part? It's completely free to play. If you're interested in giving it a shot, you can download it from the official website. I have put all the links in the description below. In this video, I will be sharing with you the best tips on how to get started and enjoy playing Stella Fantasy to the fullest. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's go! Let's get acquainted with the game. To access the menu, you need to press the Alt key, which will bring up a mouse cursor. Your first task is to visit the mailbox to collect your pre-registration rewards, which will prove very useful at the beginning of the game. And don't forget to log in every day for a week to claim your rewards. Let's move on to the menu. It has everything you need. Let me remind you that the game is free to play and every player begins with a team of 3 characters. However, there is one catch. Your starting team only includes 3 girls and up to 4 can participate in battles. This means that initially you will be missing a 4th character. You have 2 options. You can either purchase one or summon one in the game. But I must warn you, summoning is not a simple task. I will explain how to do it later on. Let's take a look at our team. First up is Ruby. She is our tank and the character you will be controlling during the battles. Lapis is our dedicated healer. And Lynette is our damage dealer who will be responsible for inflicting most of the damage during the fights. Keep in mind that each character has unique combat characteristics and also traits that can help with crafting and production. Our first objective is to craft the necessary resources. There are 4 main types of resources: wood, minerals, leather and mandarin. Each production cycle lasts for 8 hours, and once it's complete, you need to collect your resources and restart production. Initially, you will be getting 100 units of each resource, but you can boost this value by upgrading your production with scrolls. For instance, at level 1 you will receive 100 units of wood, but at level 10 that number will increase to 148. Your characters can boost your production too. At the start of the game, the resources that you primarily need are wood, leather and minerals. Mandarin won't be as scarce as the other resources, so you don't have to worry about it too much. You earn Mandarin by completing daily quests. Why do you need those resources? All the game content is PvE based, and you have 3 main sections to focus on. The first is the main story, which is essentially the story campaign that you will be completing. This is where you will earn character experience and obtain crafting materials. Keep in mind that each dungeon entry will require 10 units of each resource: wood, minerals, leather, and 1 mana ring. So let's do the math here. If you receive 100 units of wood, minerals and leather in 8 hours, you will have enough resources to tackle the dungeon about 30 times per day. By revisiting the dungeon, you will receive advanced materials for crafting, experience items, and scrolls that you can use to upgrade your resource production. The second section is a Mirage Garden, which is essentially a tower consisting of 10 floors. You will receive a reward for each floor that you successfully clear. However, you can only receive these rewards once per season, which typically lasts for about a month. It's important to note that if, for example, you have already received rewards for clearing the first 3 floors, you won't receive anything if you revisit and clear them again the next day. That being said, you still need to revisit and clear those floors to complete your daily task. Entrance to the Mirage Gardens is free, and the best part about this is that we can actually rent a 4th character, giving us an additional advantage in battle. However, we can only rent 1 girl per day. And perhaps the most important part of the game, the place where we can acquire the rarest materials, the place where we can obtain in-game tokens and character shards. This place is known as the Unique Abyss, and it comprises 7 different portions. The most crucial of them is the Dimension Menace, since it's the only place where we can obtain in-game tokens. The only drawback, however, is that it can be quite challenging. As you can see, the recommended power score is 19,000. At minimum, we should aim for a power score of 17,000 to 18,000, and at the moment our team power score is below 11,000, even though all of our characters are between levels 23 and 25. The maximum character level is 45, which is still quite a way off. Unfortunately, ranking a 4th character is not an option in Abyss. Here's another part of Abyss where we can farm character shards, but it also requires a power of 17,000. So far, the only part of the Abyss I have been able to clear is this one. I can farm experience from the very first level, which recommended a power of 12,000. I only have 10,000 power, but that seems to be enough to clear it. There is no PvP content in the game yet, but it will be added in the future. There is one place in the city you can't access through the menu. You have to run there yourself, it's a recruitment board. Here you can exchange 50 shards for a new character. You can also buy the shards on the market using the code tokens, but the price is pretty high in my opinion. Another important menu tab is the blacksmith. It allows us to craft weapons, armor, helmets, gloves and jewelry like pendants and earrings. Unlike resource production, the blacksmith requires a character to operate. Thus, we must assign a character to the blacksmith first, preferably one with the highest craft skill. But there is no need to worry about your characters being busy with production or crafting, as they can still participate in battles. Here's how the combat system works. There is physical and magic attack, and corresponding physical and magic defense. Ruby is a tank who deals physical damage, while the other two characters are mages. As a result, we have weapons that enhance physical damage and weapons that enhance magical damage. Also, there are universal weapons. First of all, we craft a magic staff for Lynette and an armor for Ruby. Then we craft everything else. In the beginning, we can only craft basic equipment, and in order to craft rare equipment, we must upgrade the blacksmith to level 2. However, you need 10 scrolls to do that, which can only be obtained in every 10th stage of the main campaign, where a boss awaits us. I haven't been able to get there yet. Okay, let me give you a few final recommendations regarding the combat system. We can access the dungeon either through the menu or by using the portal located at the edge of the town. Let's proceed to the main story. As you can see, I have already completed stage 1-5. The crucial thing to note is that you need to finish the dungeon within a specific time frame, which is usually around 2 or 3 minutes. If you exceed this limit, your character will start taking heavy damage and will die very quickly. Let's put together our team now. You can arrange the order in any way you prefer, however, the first character in your team will be under your immediate control. If the first character dies, control will shift to the second character and so on. It is always recommended to place Ruby as the first character in your team. She is your tank, and her main responsibility is to keep the enemies away from your mages. If she dies, it is highly likely that your team will also perish. On the other hand, the primary source of damage comes from Lynette. You can divert the attention of enemies by simply running around in circles. It is essential to use the right click to dodge all the times. You can simply run around while your mages are doing all the damage, but it's recommended to also engage in combat yourself. It's important to use special moves wisely, since they have a long animation and can leave you vulnerable to enemy attacks. If you want to cancel the animation, you can use the right mouse button. Auto Battle is available for stages you have previously passed. You can also use potions to instantly pass stages, and you can receive 4 or 5 of these potions as rewards for completing daily tasks. That concludes this short guide on the game Stella Fantasy. We hope it has been helpful for you. Thank you and see you next time.